Good morning, my friends. My name is Ellie White, and I'd like to talk to you about a very, very, very serious issue. Why are all of our leaders acting like puppeteers underneath the Obama administration simply because they know that he will come forward eventually as one of the three leaders, the beast, the prophet, and his false prophet? I don't understand why we've had 100 congressmen and senators that have done absolutely nothing in the last 8 years outside of a circus event questioning Comey about how he questioned Hillary and questioning, Hillary with a few semi inferential questions and going, oh my gosh, this is the most lewdest and horrible and expose of questions we've ever seen. This is not politically correct. Well, I'm sorry, but stealing millions of dollars from foreign countries and intentionally leaking secrets to those same countries, there's a word for it, and it's called treason. And why have our leaders sat there and done nothing for 8 years? God has said that if you will humble yourselves and pray and turn from your wicked ways, I will heal your nation. And instead, we're going to see the entire destruction of America eventually, right at the seventh trumpet, probably. And immediately thereafter, the marriage supper of the Lamb. The giant feast in heaven that we've all been looking forward to since we were little tiny kids in Sunday school is actually a celebration of the destruction of America because we have allowed one man to go through countries all over the world and kill and kill and kill villages and Christian schools in Yemen. These are little middle schoolers, okay? How much threat do they pose? It doesn't have anything to do with the threat. It has to do with evil seeking to destroy anything that is Christian. And of course, you need to know this when you elect somebody who's Muslim, who is a direct representative of the chief of evil himself and is the great deceiver. You don't actually expect that he's going to walk in and tell the truth. The great deceiver will always deceive. But how do we have so many military people that initially are allowing these things to happen? We need to write every single serviceman and every single general and every single congressman to get off their butts, to let them know that we know what's happening, and they could stop these things. Or they could let everyone know in honestly the point in history, which is the end in which we are, so that more people could say, you know what? I always thought I was going to live until I'm 80, but now I'm only going to live until I'm 40, so I'm going to seriously take an assessment of my life, look at what's going on, repent, and pray. And God says that He will listen to the prayer of an effective, righteous man. So I'd like that every single one of you to pass on this video link to at least 10 of your closest friends. Now, I have been extremely tormented by the individuals in this administration for about 11 years now and never received any kind of money for positions in order to take care of doing this ministry and bringing this ministry to you. In fact, I've lost 39 properties of my family's because of telling this to you, and I've had attempts on my life and my family's life for doing this. We've had guys jumping in windows with guns, driving across our cornfields with guns, kidnapping both I and my children several times, throwing us into isolatory solitary confinements. We have paid a huge price so that you can watch this right now. And discreetly in your own home, you could go on to your Facebook and social accounts and send this link to 10 other people. We need everyone to be aware that yes, this is the last days. And yes, America and eventually the whole world is going to come to an end very shortly. It's time to put your affairs in order, to repent, and to commit your life seriously and utterly to God. And that means getting rid of any hidden sin in your life. You cannot have two masters. And if you are holding and and caressing and hiding any sin, I don't care what it is, in your life, then you are not making yourself a sacrifice to God and living a pure and righteous life. And God says, absolutely, all we do is give whatever sin it is to God and commit it to Him and stay with reading and praying, and those issues don't come to your life. It's when we start to get tired or depressed about certain details of anything happening in our lives that all of a sudden we stop reading, we stop praying, and little thoughts sneak into our life. And that's when we're walking in sin. And then all of a sudden we're standing still and looking around at what we perceive to be benefits of sin, or that other people are having far more enjoyment than we are doing those same things. Well, I tell you what, my friend, when they're hugging a toilet and throwing up, it's not so fun anymore. When they've been told by their doctor that they're facing a disease or even their life because of sexual promiscuity, it's not so fun anymore. And seconds after they've completed whatever their act is, no matter what the addiction is, they discover that there wasn't any true satisfaction in what they did. It was completely unfulfilled. The promise of the devil of how exciting and wonderful and fascinating it's going to be never comes about. But they keep trying night after night, day after day, with a different relationship, with a different addiction. And don't substitute a pain addiction of putting yourself onto different pain methods, every time you have a bad thought or something. You should be able to give it to God, read the word, and stop it instantly. This doesn't mean men that are having problems with masturbation to be taking lighters and burning themselves. Because we know that cutting, burning, flogging your back with pieces of metal all came from ancient Jesuit traditions, which were actually brought down to us by satanic forces who wanted to bury the church by starting and initiating very vile practices. So don't take the easy way out, because you are, again, worshiping the devil in your own way. Give whatever it is that is an issue in your life to God. Pray and repent. Pray and repent for our leaders. Send all of our leaders messages. Congress, senators, governors, our local mayors, everyone, that we know what's going on and that we will stand true to God. Thank you so much. And please get this word out. Please stand up. God says if you save your life, you'll end up losing it. But if you give your life for me, you will celebrate in eternal forever and ever and ever in heaven. Thank you so much. Take care, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.